So this is part 2 of my follow-up from washing a human hair wig. This one is from WigShe. Just like normal hair, your hair can be curled, it can be straightened. So these are human hair, so the curl pattern, once you wash all the product out, kind of shows through. And this one is a little bit wavy, which I don't hate because my hair is naturally curly. So I just made sure to really kind of smooth those hairs back so that nothing is tangled. I've combed it out from the bottom up, and I have put actually a little bit of this Not Your Mother's Curl Talk cream in it because I actually use it on my own bio hair, and I do see a little bit of the curl pattern. Again, I don't hate it, so I'm going to let it dry. You could at this point dry it with a blow dryer. I don't like to do that because I want to save it from the heat as much as I can, so I just lay it flat. This is my microfiber towel that I wrung it out with. I'm going to lay it flat with the cap up for a while, and then I'll flip it over to allow it to dry like this, also over my tub. And once it's almost completely dry, I will use one of these, but you definitely want to wait to put your wig on this until it's almost dry, because otherwise it'll stretch the cap out, which I learned the hard way. So we're going to let her dry overnight at least. We'll check in on her tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. So this is the second day. So this was set all night, or actually laid all night. I flipped it a couple of times to let it dry because you don't want to stretch all of that lace out when it's really heavy and still wet. So this is the pattern of the hair, and it was super straight when you saw it. So it is human hair. It's going to have texture. It's going to have, variations as far as when you see a synthetic wig, it's always going to be the same color. They're mass produced. Human hair wigs, individually colored, hair takes different kind of color. So there's so many variables that go in, but you can always put in your products and change it to what you want it to look like, right? So this one is almost completely dry, but you want to make sure that it does get dry, just like with extensions or whatever. You don't want mold to grow in there, so you've got to let that cap completely dry. Now I could go in with a blow dryer underneath of here and really get that dry, but again, I don't want to add any extra heat if I don't have to. So it is dry enough that I can actually put it on my wig stand and let it finish drying. So I like to pull the lace down so it's not really being stretched in the front when I'm letting it dry like this. So I pull it way down, and this may be wrong, I don't know, it's just what works for me. So that the airflow now is going to go through there, and I am going to just kind of let it set, again, probably for the rest of the day, right here in my bathroom. And again, look at this curl pattern that's coming in from this wig. So, I mean, I like that personally because, as you can tell, I do have, for what hair I do have, is pretty curly. So yeah, this is the day 2. This is the WigShe wig, the human hair wig that got washed, and we'll style her and make her beautiful. Or maybe I'm going to wear it like this. I haven't decided yet. Kind of like it. WigShe. So my human hair wig is completely dry, and it does take a while to dry. And I didn't add any heat to her. It just kind of set and dried. And this is what it looks like, and this is very typical. When you first get your wig out of the box, especially human hair, it has been processed. It's got stuff on it to make it smooth and beautiful. So this one, I'm going to bring her back to life just like she was before I washed her. These both are from WigShe. So this one I just washed, and she's been washed a lot. This one is brand new, straight out of the gate. She has not been washed, but I have added curl to her. So that just goes to show you that any wig that you get is going to have a little bit of maintenance. You're going to treat it like you do your hair with the shampoo, the oils, the heat protectant. Definitely use heat protectant on it. So I'm going to go through and smooth this down, and then I'm going to go back through and I'm going to add just a few curls to make it my wig, because you have to customize these. And or if you buy it from someone that can actually cut it and customize them for you, then that's great too. But with these particular wigs, I mean, after you wash them, they're not going to look like they did when they came out of the box. It's just like any hair that you have, right? It's just like the hair on your head. So let's smooth it out and then move forward. So the tool that I'm going to use is this Wavy Talk Pro Steamer tool, because I use it on my own hair. My own hair is very fuzzy and frizzy. So this thing adds steam and it straightens all at the same time. What I want to do is just kind of smooth those fibers down a little bit so that I can go in and add a very sleek curl to this hair. And I don't want it completely straight. I just want to get a little bit of the unruliness out of it. I'm going to do this to the entire head. And I do this in small sections so that you can get each section smooth. Now we'll move into the top. That's the difference. I love this thing. So here she is smoothed out. I'm going to use the big curling iron that I have. I'm going to put a few curls in here and finish her up. So I've done this in 3 levels, and I'm at the very top level, and I like to really get as close as I can to the actual wig to create a little bit of volume. I'm just twisting my curling iron as it is curling. And I give it a little loop out, and that's what I'm ending up with. How pretty. And here she is at the end of her journey. I just took her off the mannequin head. Of course, she is very voluptuous right now because curls have to settle down just like with your normal human hair. It just takes a little time to kind of fall out a little bit, but I like mine super curly. Now, also another thing really at the end of your wash day, if you have a really good oil or a silkening oil or something that you could put on it to just really help keep that hair soft and manageable, I would suggest that you do that. It's something that you use on your own hair. What I have today is just called Verb Ghost Oil, just because that's in my room. And all I'm going to do is just add that into my hair. It doesn't take very much, just especially around the face where I get a lot of friction. It just adds a little shine, a little manageability. But you've seen her go from dirty to washed, wet, dry, and frizzy to now this. So this whole video and the one before was just to let you know that yes, you have to do maintenance on any wig that you get. I don't care if it's human hair or it's synthetic. It's not always going to look just like it did when it came out of the box. You just got to decide how much effort you want to put into either one. I mean, I brought her back to a beautiful condition. She has been washed many times, so I know the process, and she's just beautiful. WigShe has gotten it right for an affordable human hair wig, and I mean, she's long, she's blonde, and she's silky smooth now. WigShe.